ye rafi fufuro mu me gidi se 31st ko gina sorry dem ball empire se awurade boa me ma me ntwa enko 20 ye friend me ntwa enko 2024 no na wo se awurade ni eda makoma so ni ye simenu so ni me gidi se obeda wo mpam se awurade me nya enka 2024 metwa school so me yesi anasa me yesi na ye mbebre ye ka ye dwene ho pa but March ni ato agu ebe den na afi 2024 ni eda yakoma so ni esi ye ne so no ye tumi aye ho adwuma ama ediri nkunim biaba enya ye papa ye friend no Reverend David Ampofo oni yen ebedwindwiri normal mienu ana miensa ho ebeboa yen ama New Year's resolution no ye tumi ahwe ama na edin nkunim biaba papa akwaba
ye na
ye da wase so abeka ye ho
me so me da say you have me here today
afi ahyasie bia ye nyina ye kakra bi na enye I stopped this whole New Year's resolution because my life na quite continuous.
Okay.
My project bis me ni so me ye nti afi bia na my favorite what dey everem. But e be so afi bia o the baby esi na ni so.
So
why is it so difficult for us to really see our New Year's resolutions through? Why? What is the difficulty there? What is the problem?
The thing is say enipa bebre ho no mo a omu nim emfaso a I also say be I will set goals for yourself. But ade ba kwa say hu ni say onipa and as you ask me we everything is measured by time. And Ecclesiastes 9:11 so can say onipa bi oba asase so no times and chance happens. And no kire yen say ade bi a wo ye anasa ade bi obi ye no ebi obi wo ho a anka onya samre no eni sa akwanya no senka obetumi sade na ebia obetumi aye asene ni oye no yemfa no se ye Ghana Black Stars ye wo nkrofo bebre wo no mo a omunya sa chance anytime emfa nko Black Stars but ebia nko mo ko Black Stars anka ye win World Cup san university enu nti no Psalm 31 verse 15 so say I say my times are in your hands enti onipa wabra bo nyina eyemre ne di measure na ewo nyankopon nsem enti so wonya akwanya say onyankopon amawo eda so wo nkwam a that means say afiri foforo na yesim no onyankopon ema wo mre o ma wo akwanya a wo betumi di aye bibi na wo na ese opposition wo hu a wo de enema bi gu akwam wo benya principles a ebetumi ama wo agina position a emre ene akwanya a onyankopon de ma wo no ubenya mfaso bebre aiden afri mu na ka nipa ben wo abusuafo ne oman no nyina na so nipa bebre enim eho faso nti no edu bre a eho se oye resolutions and o transe e plan no o deep pragmatic niamagu akwan mu na o tworo de to ho na ebribia no o reflect on say na be guiding principle ama wo hu say na obetu na namon efi January ekosi December no onim kwan ya so ofa so ye obi ho kura so a obi aye bi nti no so ye de aye bi nsam na wo kan kura na ebia na emfri ono a na dwene mu na emum no wo hu se nkrofo ka bi no so ka bi ama afa time na so nti and the 31st obi abekwa sorry this resolution na wo ye no have you planned it? Is it a well calculated attempt? Sa niema ni nyina no ye na nipa bibiri nim enti okoye bia ofiri ho ano watu egu
business for afi bi omo de bibi isi omo anim they always use the smart business plan. So is it specific, is it measurable, you know, and all of that?
Yes. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound.
Yeah. Every business bia succeed bia they use this one.
It's a perfect plan.
I was coming to that.
Yeah.
Say, is it time? Say individuals and so. And so say resolution. We see and say, is this thing measurable?
Yeah.
Is this specific?
Yeah.
Is it measurable? You know, is it and all of that? I'm right to see you use a smart plan, Nana, for our personal growth.
Eternally, until we are saying, smart plan is a perfect planner. In fact, a kuchiri ediatuho. So, and use the acronym of the word smart. And it makes perfect sense.
So let's start from the S.
S.
na yemra MART no na emwa wo bi nti wani swade hu na ode asi wani so wakoma swade ani a wasi nkete wo hu se wo beye no is it yan shas yan free s
S no specific that means say I was say ususu na usisi na wodwini na ukuchirigu krata
so
say ade na wo ka ho as a resolution na wo ye no does it reflect what exactly you want to do or does it align with your passion so what you say because say ankoye say ade na resolution na wo ye no and a goal na wo set no and free ade a wan kasa watena se adwene ho a ebe dey say who best take it to it say your topic is say nailing your
own coffin
your new year goals
okay
and to me it say me nya osade no say how you can make your new year's goal stick or how you can stick to your new year goal so it has to be specific there must be precision in what you are asking or what you want to achieve so what you say
yamra
no so measurable so enu na ye say ade na wo kan so and ade na wo twere gu ho no is it really attainable
realistic
is it realistic and attainable goals
yamfa bimbi nyamfa so say bia mete hey me say this year election year be be Ghana first lady
and I said I can't
be kunu politician what we say it's good me Ghana first lady at E3 but then is it measurable is it realistic
sanity
one no I don't in fact who be am person me would you agree with what I just said
no also be abrochira you need a passport as na be a passport no I say wunya birth certificate e Ghana na say credit nyama Ghana card kura e ho behia wunya we bi wakujira bot abade afidie ba mi ko abrochiro nyankopon wo mefa hwinsa amfa wonkotena plemu fa abrochi
enti rapture sim
there be enti you have to I mean write a tailor-measured principles
so me patron mami rem high enti no being specific at the kopotia opese botaye potia opese wo achieve no na afi wo hwe process a ese wo de to from wo de to kwam na watimi ehunu achieve sa ade potia na wo pe no enti na wo kire ne se I didn't know I like the example of the travel. Because when you say a year 31st, make one them to make promises to themselves. One sorry fear now wherever they find themselves to put down some goals and say for Friday way na me pesa me ye no. I was so who say nyama bi wo ho no mo e wo ye me pesa me tu kwan me se bebre be ka sa na on be ko na o mo jimpa bo so na on copy passport oni birth certificate oni nyama bebre ya wo say oni ba bi kra wo pesa wo ko oni ma ne say wo pesa wo free kuro nim but oni ba bi wo pesa wo ko so you are saying say enya kwa say you have a specific goal but you also have to measure whether it's realistic to attain that goal.
Exactly.
Okay.
This way.
I'll say
achievable.
Achievable. It just relates with what
with the measurable.
With the measurable. And you know, you have to be specific. So what I say, and I'm saying you have to be precise. So I'm say, idea missing me. Does it align with my passion? Do you have even passion for it? Because if you don't have passion for it, let's just say, obi line muna wo kwa kodi
and obi yenia o pesa won so ye
bi so I say enti I say who say ade na kasa you have the wherewithal, you have what it takes to achieve or to do that. So I say within yourself, because you who free Bible mo say onyankopon kra pese ushrawa obi say what do you have? Your friend say ebra Christo pese u feed 5,000 senko onyankopon Old Testament no otomana free soro but yesu buy no be kire real principles nti obi say dey na mo I don't know they buy and or apply the law of multiplicity or the law of multiplication. So it depends on what you have and what you can see. Okay. What you have and what you can see. And in setting your goals, and so someone say, what do I have? What do I have? Okay, say, oh, who talent is a bit in nema. When you be a coach, be anyhow best selecting. Two footballers making money, so I also want to be a footballer. Debbie, what do you have? It's a jana. What can I say? My fiti preocupe.
You know, we always confuse that with dream big, dream big. Into my free preocupe unto me and mobi big kekebotaebi unto me fa botaebi keke see when you so say metiwe na winim say unya wadre so be course of be a school so for dear school be an every or see next year the MS of so we have to get off that dream. It's not dream big. Dream
if your
whatever.
Dreams align with your passion, then you can dream as big
as you. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So you shouldn't. If it's not your passion, and what's sorry keke? No, what for BB keke? See when you say.
That's the mistake.
You don't have the talent. How do you go and play the ball?
That's the mistake most of Christians do.
Okay.
The interplay between faith and wisdom. What I say, the God who created faith is the same God who created wisdom. So when the two are mixed, then it becomes power. It produces power. Then you can achieve your goals and aspirations.
Reverend David Ampofo, Edin Komafa, Kwaya Yebefaswa, Yebenwini, Yeniswadi 2024. Amana Yevia Kenten for Abebo na mebuno. Afen wabeka ho ye din komo kakra. O se nia wo pese esi wani su no. Hunu se ya ade obetumi aye. Wakoma da ho pa na wo ho akade se obo ade de ama wo se obi o to nwum. Ne de wa ni etwi sa se taye etwi fom. Nso so pese wo ye se eyi nto se hunu sa de ni nyina. Afen so ensori mfahwe se me bom pa ye me se hunu se ade kro na wo bom pa ye no. Wo ho akade wo ho aduma chede na wo passion na me hunu ni twi no e ho na ye dru na ye the smart business for na omutan specific measurable any achievable no ye the toto ho no say eye pa if you say boa business for the bit me boa individuals we did the S, we did the M, we've done the A. Let's do the R.
The R is relevant. You see, botai no a we dis we ni so no eno twi kra kana adwempo resolution adwempo and a goal no eye botai would you see when this no is it relevant ebeboa wo
ehun fa so ni sen
wo hwa ebeboa wo so
I'm boa wo bi wow, that's a good question.
Yes. And so your resolutions must match with your overall
importance,
principles and values. Yes, there's one word I was looking for, it will come. Well, it must match with your overall agenda in life and then your values. Because you have certain values and it will infringe on your core values.
Yes.
So there's going to be an accident somewhere. You will become confused. That's why you have to ask yourself, is it relevant to my life, my well-being, what I stand for? So if it does not align with all these things, then you don't have to.
Then before we even come to achieving our resolutions, we really need to know who we truly are.
Exactly.
As I said, you want to try this.
Yes.
Yeah. You need
to know your potential. In the end, yes. Because we define goal as an end toward which effort is directed.
Right. That's big.
Time bound. That means you need to set targets with a schedule. So, especially when you are setting goals, you have to start with short-term goals.
short term, medium term, long term.
Exactly.
Business for any
sir. But you have to start with short term goals. And over to me, break the whole vision, you know, for a year, no, you can make quarterly targets. If you like, you can do fortnightly.
Brofuya, we can be an obian cotiase, or Tiachide and Nantia Boko, but unim baby a woko.
Sape,
and you also first when you man say, January in Kwane Yeno, Nanya Mia Dom, Metumi, I say, okay, and I said, Bia, Yenru March, not near a seaman, so Hannah Medru, sir, and Pensua Medruni, Sana Pache, passport, you see, and ye fatum. Say, unim say, we have passport, Ghana has so your birth certificate. Sanity. Enti yemfa na say bia obeka so within the next 3 months no dey na manya me passport. Within the next 6 months na ma apply for my passport. Enti by October thereabout no na manya me passport. Enti no by before 31st December no say me wo me ticket let me to kwan. Papa oko. Daddy actually Queen. Or see according to your name say it's really relevant around this time. Also say why you so be to kwan? Why we need birth certificate? Baby I did birth certificate cry him ho. And to what if when into say me fan say from January to March. Maybe when you birth certificate from March you kono we do application for the passport at home. Actually October November no yami aduma na on saka. Into any say oh sika and also comes into measurable no because a crowbar so na wo kuta usika then embassy cry won some nyina so ka ho until I was say smart you know it works for a lot of businesses also we business seminar business they use it a lot until emra so say we have to apply it to our personal lives as well. Daddy, we've done the smart. What is really on your heart? When him say unim yenti ene oba and the day na now dey break max afefo. Oh, and the money the doors will be break. Yeah, say open say was take it to goals and now resolution. The di kind cry no. I was say who say na ye kan no goals no. I will say to you, whether it aligns with your passion, and you number one. Number two, I say in a nutshell, you are summarizing it, and I say, "If I know, I expound." I say, "We make sure say goals now say to Nakasan, are realistic." So, and see, I say, "Are realistic?" And so, dear, from then, you have to be committed to the goals. Commitment. Yes, and that commitment, you know.
Me patrol, we say in common ye dinti no. Yeah. We would push some examples to the bits that we speak about, especially when you say goals now what set a realistic na example na any dear way into what set realistic and just say is it realistic to you?
It's your personal goals.
It's your personal goals. It's realistic.
And so what it means is say you have to be fair to yourself.
Fair to yourself.
So what I say, and you don't need to overstretch yourself.
Okay. Is it being honest with yourself, knowing your capabilities, knowing
precisely
where you are?
Precisely so.
Okay.
It's in your kind of say. Let me a quick example. Now what can I say? Why what you say? Yeah, for fry you remu. Ube to free baby awo. Ube ko high down baby for fro. Once wuni medjuma woye, wuni mwaketri ya eba. Wuni mdodo a utimi waketri ya neba na achecheska ni mwa, wuni mahia utimi disiye.
So
inti no bia na wo single room. Why wadwen se opese utu. Na utu ya unyanka obenya double 2 rooms 2 way. But wa wo sha area na wo komu no 2 rooms no untimi. Patro me on track, unrealistic. Untimi. Ebia area kro na apese utu no ekono. 2 bedroom no hwe the way our salary no woni amako na untimi. Until you are setting goals, it's okay. And yeah, mama try say me ye certain investments, me ye adwuma bi kakra ka ho, me ye we kakra, me ton we kakra, me ye we kakra na me de kan ho a. And no, I would be able to afford that 2-bedroom apartment. But if I should sit with what I already have, it is not attainable.
Yeah.
Is that realistic enough?
Realistic.
Okay.
If that is your guiding principle, you will limit yourself
yourself
to your resources.
Right.
So what I say.
Right.
So you don't have to overstretch yourself and overwork yourself because now and you may be when you're disappointment. Okay. So in order to avoid disappointment, say but you were not realistic
about what you wanted for yourself.
You cannot afford it. And you say Nyankopon on fa bibia onye automatic na on farm rows.
He's in the miracle business.
Yes. Yes, he's in the miracle business. But he's also a God who gave us wisdom. So what I say. So as you have higher expectations, you need also to measure your expectations to make it realistic. Because to me in fi class 1 now go university.
As any penning for can you mentioned something, but I want us to dwell there a bit before you go on.
Okay.
Would you say with this generation, religion ama nipa bebre have sort of lost their common sense? And so the person sits in a church and believes that what bomb without much effort or even much thinking and planning, that thing is bound to happen because faith and the things that have to do with faith is somehow irrational. You understand? Would you say, I sorry no amanipa bebre nyene and then yen planning for juma because empire na nyame be if nyame catch himself 100 Ghana bra and then in January na uti abruchire. You know the trend?
Yeah.
Would you say that thing has become a problem for us?
Yes, it's a big problem. And part of it comes from the individual because adia Onyankopon ka say yenye no say yenye
o ka say yenye den
o say desire the sincere milk of the word. And I say, don't allow yourself to be tossed to and fro, but you have to grow to the stature of the measure of Christ. And in achieving that, Nyankopon asem na etra omuni wo and abemo wenya sanyansa no sort I say because in your Bible now can say God is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. And how can you be lazy, indolent? Now if you say wa bompa yinti and yamba be work am Nyankopon onye ne sa oye ne sa nka wiase kra be say
because me share video bia or say bring 10,000 deben. I have seen that in July some opportunity will open for you be in Switzerland. Me share the party bia things can happen. I've seen miracles but then everybody so I'm going to sit back. And because July and Yashem come say me be kwa brutire and I say me be nya adwuma bi one no and I say me be wari nipa no ko nya na adwun so be wari ana omua ne ho sa kwan ne so and you are a reverend minister so let's delve into that sadia no
does it affect the goals
and no ebua ma nipa be ka say we be si ntimi dem am ntina ba bi
em say e wo say wo hye nkom so say wo kirekire nipa no no mu hu kwan ya Nyankopon so e fa so eye na ade because a bit me about saying come share no a ya share no meaning say e bi no ho a ye Bible kra ka say true fadi for beba intense say be nwanwa say ye nya true fadi for no kire say Bible ye no kra na nyame awie no so na e ba no but at the same time no you have to let the people know say baby a wugina ye share won kom no et say wugina bepo foforo so and baby a oba akofan commission no so ye bepo foforo so there's a valley in between. And that valley in between, you have to work
to get them.
Yeah. Psalm 84, the Bible gave an explicit explanation to this. Or see, Ubedu baby, your friend, the valley of Baka.
The valley of
Baka.
Especially if you read Psalm 84 from verse 5, you could see verse 7, 8. Or say, one, I radini one who are what is said. Okwentuni a utu kwan akọ Zion na okona obaku du bakabo hwenu and it's an imaginary thing. Baka is non-existent
in the world
but it is a Hebrew word which is translated dryness, so dryness and hardness. And you know we expect there's a work you have to do, and when you get to the place where it is dry, I say when we exert effort, because also you will make a well,
Wa betu wabura.
Well, because
desert,
the place is dry.
It's like a desert.
And when you dig your well, and also Onyankopon so betu nsuo gu so. No I say my spring water so abba. So I say any gina home blessings. And I say when I'm sabe kwa kupie Nyankopon anim e Zion. And Zion no according to the scripture no or say on Mount Zion the children of Jacob shall possess their possessions. So the Zion is the place where you possess your possessions. But you must go through the valley of Baca.
Exactly, more queen. I'm sure I told Akumaso. I think I find what I near Papa. Can say, baby, you share won't come. Now, I would not be pobiso. Baby, I have fan come share na disono, and also be pobiso. Na emra yasha won't come away no. Or say Bible say, you ask acquaint you. Now, because I drew baby a friend of Baca. As I say, so baby, any people be any valley be any friend Baca, but or see a imaginary. Or see na udru wa papa say chirani mu no or see wa betu wabura na bura na obetu no Nyankopon so beton su pa bema springs aba ho na o chire mu say asa wutu kwan ko Zion no but upon Mount Zion the children of Jacob shall possess their possession enti ufa baka no mu ankakra na wa yiri wutu wabura no Nyankopon e the spring ne ba na afre wadru ho na watumi a possess u possession enti ya sha nkomo a enkoda who adwuma ye enti say na nkomhye no is not equal to laziness sekotena say but then control so e was say what can enti
enti na e was say a Christopher yen na Yakopon di wiase nyansa nyina man o say the whole nyansa we wiase nyina no e won Yesu so what you say and Yesu so and James say if you lack wisdom when you ask God will not withhold it from you so what you say enti no I was said the yachichi mu obia hu se butabi na si weni so a anase we Kristoni a na ya hye wo nkomo a Nyankopon empe akwadwofo nantie o kan wo proverbs o say sua
akwan
na we hu
na nyansa
enti den na nyame nka biu enti ye Kristofo na aden ye tena se ma biasofo be ka kire say e was say ye critical thinkers. We have to do the critical thinking from the very onset. I
told that I say, I'm so sorry for dwelling here, but I dear Bamanim pa, Omafanya Missamni Queen, Yami Baye, Kwan Subina, any agency. 1 year was a funny saying, I this year was a Tnampon Cosono, any nam form. So, I say, I did Yami Baye Subino, and no meaning say Yami Baye a yampa. Bible cry say Onyankopon nsam kira ne ma onipa eyodefo but kira na so say nsanya adwuma no mo nidi e wo say emu nsanya san say asam be kind of fanu so
papa wo say do baby na asofo ni bi no oma pause wo ye enkomhye bi on be ka kira because of said they alter your way immediately they speak because okachira wo wie pe wakwate ada asa me brain na we kura da manim but e bia yes abre na wo na mu no na be ma wo nsa beka nia eda wani mu no but wo ka asa anti na wate ada because wa mo hu the end right at from the beginning. You understand so then it alters the way our movie and ka first no sorry a wadwuma so gidi na wo ko sa wadwuma so gidi na wo ko no eno na emma wo nsa keka niama bi wahu emma wo niama bi ekoso ba ukọ ba bi me ka kira wo say oh wo wo be bie second shop ye next 2 months ye oh ene anope ya me sorry gidi kokra de mama njai but ru afi se ukọ na wo bie ntamu a nkofo to ade sa time na emma utumi bu asika no ti bo se du ba bi a na ye nka ncho papa se me nkira wo say wo goals na wa set no say botaye bi you are passionate about it adwuma bi a wo pepa anti why wadwene sa afoforo a ye wura mu wo pese wo biem enu nti no enu na ade that's you're passionate about it unim say adwuma no so ye and why wadwene so say wo de ahoden be hye mu dia then is achievable and then you can put a time to it say na me ye die January me ye adwuma pa first no na me pon 6 sia na me pon 8 ye adwuma pa se na ebedru be ye April die na ma bie me shop foforo eno so ye goal eno so ye go ntie ka kwantu no obi so ego ye adwuma mu obi so de eye ebia ne fie obete ne ho ahwe ne mayie si amesie sika me ma ne bekọ eye JHS on bekọ SHS enche ntie wo se mitumi kwa ye investment bi papa mayenka our going into our financial, settings as a goal. Niama bia I was say yetimi set it up. Me the kind the example of probably somebody wants to move from baby our what nisi kasem no wo hwemu. Obi ono mo a bia na go bia was set no probably bia na your unrealistic.
Yeah.
But on so I na dwene say afefoforo na ba mu dia was say me moving forward. On say de bia say every new year no we have to be more than we used to be.
Yeah.
But the conversation on continuity no anyhow.
Okay. Em say me famra ha no.
Me patcho.
Ma me fem free nyame be no. Na me fem me goal na be commitment.
Commitment.
Me inchire mu wi na me famra ha. Won say nyame be na ye ka no. Se Nyankopon eso be bibia. Nyankopon me ye hu wo ni chiro sem say his co-workers with us.
Okay.
Sana Paul me say was assassin we are co-workers. So you find say Max TV way. You find say Max TV has any overall a but so be if you now one find the TV no and to Max TV want to mean Max TV. So what I say the TV in the house on any main station no that can't be adwuma. And he say nyame beye nko ade a nka emfaso ni school class e be bon pai sir because I say what wa na nyame aye so what I say nanso nyakopon pese yenso ye adwuma enti me can be say you have to be committed to your goal and you can say certain pragmatic goals and realistic goals. Now being committed also comes with determination.
Okay.
Determination is triggered by self-belief. Say, ampa goes na me certain. Me to me aye debi, me to me aye. Enti you free determination na waba what do you call it? Diligence.
Okay.
So from determination
to diligence.
To diligence. Na just odi adwumaden no so aka ho. So there is one bikaya me catch. Enti determination, diligence no na afi wo behwe se goals na wo set whether it can match with your capabilities. So enti no baby a wodi mi duru ye no na wo kan say your friend say one set it say odi baby a wo tie wutu no example no now afi yenhwe say yeba in financial obligations bit me am I meet the challenge. Right. Being now can say one can you have to examine yourself. Then we say what are your potentials? Say one share who potentials are who you'll be aimless. You'll be tossed here and there. Until potentials are and then I'll be developing potential to the point of maximization. Yes. And you do that point now, then as you are maximizing your potential, so you develop it to make it attractive, and you maximize it and say you put it to use. When in this life you are solving problems, that's when you get paid.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, businesses that are created to solve problems actually thrive.
Yes.
According to statistics. So you create a business that solves a problem.
Yes.
You thrive.
Yeah.
A bit more I say, the proverbial cheetah, they begin with speed.
Yeah.
But somehow they lose steam. And some people are like the proverbial tortoise. They take it slowly. You don't expect everybody to behave like the tortoise.
Yes.
Or the cheetah. So you talked about time bound and all of that. But Obi no why I say Kwame Nkrumah, I walk slow, but I never walk backward. No.
Yeah.
Is that person also on the right track? Because Obi will say, now what day? Be that's who Gina Ho. What's a bit to me that is had and wound. Cautious only Akojo, went through what, and so Nyauka said that no be our bedroom, baby, I could do, now could you crashing. talk to us about that, and I want you to lay emphasis on parents and their vision and their goal for their children. Sometimes we overdo it, wanting to look at ourselves in our children. If I share parents in crying,
yes,
the temperament of our children, and then achievement of goals.
Bible no Nyankopon akire bibia. Tese wo hwe nyuma mienu ya yeka ho asem ya. Isaiah 40, 30, 31 going no. Also one wa twen ready anim no nya ho dem foforo. Wodi ntaban foro ekọ tese.
Okode.
Sa.
Ai.
Ana o se emrantie empo wo hwehwe ase. Wo so wodi wo hoto wan ho den so a. Nimum no o se ebinum wo honom a they will walk but not faint. So what you say? I know can say ebinum so no wo honom a omu betum brika. So what you say? Enti eyade a ewo ho say esunu bia ni the destiny. And esunu bia ne kwan ya Nyankopon e de no first one control the destiny. Ebimu die no they will walk but they will not faint. Ebimu die so betumi aban tentem ni nyina nyame no anoye.
Nyame akwan.
Enti wo na say wo examine ho na wo hu. You don't have to compare yourself to Obi. Any air cost one abrabum. You have to trust in your God.
I know Emma Bebre etu wo ni we are ni members New Year's omo goals in life.
Yes. Because you are not officer.
Air cost will be I'm marking time. But there's no be any ti e wo we say. But
obi a one
parents because yeah conference bi ade ba ko e course mpanifo e ba nyina say Nyankopon they are from different works or maybe Kenya, Nigeria. But one of the things they were talking about they say my empire money nyina ntu kruwa krum because they have to achieve their goals. Bra ye brainy sika ye any those things you know. But so parents be hwe o ma ba ye miensa eso no bia ne temperament ka bi kire no
yo ne be kan say gone are the days na you choose career and even courses ama yema e school na ye de ye show say so onwunye no emwa well if you say here you can say now the world is shifting from the academia to people who are proof producers.
Yes.
So what you say enti akola no o sha ase na wo study ni fini mo France a bon se we obey belonging to the intelligentsia.
Yes.
And I say, in Sano Juma, and a bebuacola, and so be. So, Ubia or no, Yakopo channel, brilliance. So, Cosco, Munia Cosco, you know, excelling from primary school, Ediba, any idea the passion womb, then the courses and the Nijim will say, obey, encouraging the piano, won't say, it's say, Nipano. I don't have potential. I won't, you know. He can achieve it with ample ease.
Yes.
But
the passion is there.
The passion is there.
Yeah.
So it's in your finger. Be actually say. Intelligence na doso. So obi o hono ma no wa school wa tumi abeye lawyer. Ba the guitar so e share nsem so ma o ntumi mo.
Sir.
So what you say?
Oh, baby, live band.
So now to play a musical instrument, you know, when the processes are echo, the thing happens in your mind. So what you say? And then within a split second, you know, what transfer at the about sound now a producer idea a microphone energy.
That's highly intelligent.
If the person is not intelligent, you cannot do that because the person has been able to compartmentalize the brain. What you say? Sometimes or the instrument no be income. But that area of the brain that is controlling the
very active.
Very active. So what I say. And another part is doing another thing. Maybe what you chew and pour you cannot compartmentalize your brain. What I say. Who is more intelligent?
That one is more intelligent.
Exactly. And you know, I was saying who say even in Africa the interior poor they say to say and your man technical agriculture any nyema e pay more no ya ma asa de no eno no akoye inferior
white collar jobs any yebu
and you produce more
intellectuals
and they cannot produce so how can we be rich
obi o se ne ba feeling collar bre mo unsa bofra no Of pharmacist bi na odi twitwa bibi. Mami nso hwe sani ani bai bosi ani ho ofa so wo ye nurse be fata pa. Me auntie bi no nurse, wo send pa. Na koye nurse, abu friends so se me nurse. And that is the bone of contention in the house.
Ebe ma kola no obe faili.
Obe faili.
E wona brabum.
In the entire life. Bema bi nso so a ono o se aduane no be. Ne papa se musio ehe ne ha. Ayi bema wo konoa aduane sani a papa kan chef or share a story. And then why basa oni na mo say ade na me pese me ye kase wo wiase pa ne se me ye chef.
So
ne papa say
oberema
te se wo banu aduane mankofo do friend kotobenku na sansanyi nyina ene o se senka ne papa encourage na enka oye one of the best because up to now ene o tena te ka benku mo mudi wo fie why basa
wa show
enti yeah, no. I'm saying we are giving the baton slowly to the next generation.
Yeah.
And so it's time we encourage them to go with their passion and to go with their own flow. When we instead of pushing, go. The parents will say, "Me too, Marco, usi family cat, chamo, any kind of as no be
At what age must goals be set? At what age? And I was say. You start to set setting goals for ourselves.
Me sure say na obi eka ade bi say if you are not strong at 20 and if you are not rich at what age?
40.
And if you are not wise at 50, forget it.
Forget it.
If you are not rich by 40, and if you are not wise by 50, forget it. Papa can some
also will be there.
I don't know. Do you agree?
To a very large extent.
You do, eh?
Yes, because an lady can kind of say time and chance happen to men. So, Abrabom, time management is a very key factor. A very key factor. And you say by the time we 80-20, no, na a time we be university near there. So what I say, and it's that time they say your goals in life. Now training I will say a co information I will say a cool. I be to me a wow. I'm one making the right choice. Now make a choice and so what to me any fulfillment.
I don't know. Let me take you back a bit. Question no busa no. I see a boa who been there.
Yeah.
If we inquire me, that's what I do though. Free me inquire. Ben, would you stage be a would you dear wa be fa wo tray a kitchen wa be twitwum wa ba be pra wo be twa adwa yo be proud dem wa be hye ase ato wo no I believe say would show mo ase because we say dua na say esa yes soft na no wa hye ase but awofo bi no mo with their house helps and all of that no most abofra no tifie ni oni mo say wa sorry but the breakfast o miami ani phone so that's not real goal o free school craba onim say ma anya mi homework a. So should we start from the very beginning? What do you think, Eja?
Want to mean ko train obi ba na unyai oba o. So what I say, in as much as ebi adwuma dos wo fie. Enti here house help no say I just say oba beboa. Enye say ebi jai bibia e de egu no so. Enti whatever the house help can do, make sure that your own children too can do the same. But we'll be in a
because once a year 31st, I go back because everybody wants to do a sort of resolution on that day for whatever reason. And at 31st, no only resolution it goes, no. I could be trim, say after Christmas, ye baby school, I'm not quite ye school. May cock number class 1, may cock class 2. Until that's a goal. So call school na obedu hona ye repeating no. And now you're probating her, because he or she feels to say, I have worked hard, for that year to have a promotion to the next level. Into the next level, no, class 2, no, I'll got no. The goal is to say, so me when in a wishing idea. Now, what to me, I call the next year. And I may be so at what age, and not you were saying it very brilliantly, sir. And then it's about training that child to have a certain sort of discipline.
Yes.
Na brabo say okay. O sorry anopa. This is it. Say ni say. Obefia, I was say we say. Now what that around this time? Is that also can that be be also called say on also ni goals are so certain and no na? Because I come and say I feel quite from one in pay for pen I make goals so and then the goals we translate it to our children.
Yeah, we push it on them.
Yes, when we also know said they also ought to have their own goals are or more best setting, but me person me say intimidate me cause in school because school way me person me ba sabale me person me ba robotics me person me ba yes say e bi kra na nye ho.
Yes, so I will say onyankopon kra na oyo onyankopon o can say come and let's reason.
Okay umra me yanwini mom
sa enti ade a ebe affect wo ba abrabo no ebia ebedu tama wako face real challenge kra no ebia na woni wiase enti you have to teach the person to know how to do it and yes bia wona wo ye bibia de amano na woni hwe woni hwe enti the children must be involved. What do you want to do? How do you want to do it? So all kind of na baby say what tinetine no what tinetine na I say okay any ye say ebebo wonti mo mienu nyina na mba come to a compromise and I move follow pattern.
It is not too late. Say we are parenting. Oh no, we are still in the first week of January. Yeah. On 31st December, I sat my children down and asked them, what is your New Year's resolution? Before then, I told them to think about it.
Yeah.
Nia Oko JHS, 3 Oko Nia Ono so many common. What is your New Year's resolution? Pick a pen and paper and write it. We sit and discuss it.
Yeah.
I don't know what goes on in us. 1 year, yeah, it's never too late for you to.
Exactly.
A Reverend Ampofo, yebra na ye bill.
Sa
sisi e. Asembe na we dey to obi akoma so. Ah, wo hwe Max TV and sana ye free.
Ne make can say say we set goals na. Make sure you write them down.
Write them down.
Write them down and keep it at a place that you can always see and reflect on.
Oh, do catch there will be an I'm trying to recollect about write down. It's in the Bible.
Habakkuk.
Also write it down.
The vision, write
the vision, write the vision down and make it clear.
So that he that runneth may read it.
Yes. Give me see a call me kai na say Old Testament.
Habakkuk.
It's a munya say betro.
Because
ejaboni to fire branding.
Say resolutions no and goals no say yantran to her it's useless.
Kaipo.
One kai what I say ubu hu ana fi free we so but write it down, reflect on it, and take steps to let it happen.
Wow. Ebusian for Reverend David Ampofo. Any have been doing come mesua no ma be brave free papa go. Me go be me continue until this year man fresh resolutions bia because I need continuity. Na wo dey no etisen. We make am me fast da e ma papa wa ma ya ye nchira wa kire ye mpi. Papa onyankopon nchira.
Ya me nchira.
Bia free bia na nyankopon nya ho.
Amen.
We can for me the well of your anointing never run dry.
Amen.
I hope that next time you tun suffer well be sayamba.
Reverend Ampofo
Nyamisha.
All right, yeah, that's it. So